Hello and welcome to live episode, which is dangerous, of Knitscents. My name is Jan, and you can find me as Jan Ellen RN on Ravelry and on Instagram. Hi, I haven't been for a while, and just about the time when things started to settle down here at Shea Knitscents, everything else kind of blew up. So I thought it would be an interesting experiment to go live and give people a chance to sort of have something to do if you were home and social distancing or whatever. Hi, hello. Oh, I have my first person joining. How are you? This is really, it's fun, and it's a little dangerous around here because the dogs are going to bark and the phone's going to ring, but who knows? We may actually do it this way for the foreseeable future because it lets me sort of interact with everybody who's kind of quarantining themselves or social distancing themselves, and it's giving me something to do because I'm going totally stir crazy, let's be honest. So, what's new? Those of you who've been following me, yeah, it is life. I'm telling you, and there's plenty of it around here, that's for sure. How are you? How are you doing? Hi, Gal. Hi. Yes, much better. For those of you who know, I had surgery on my thumbs, so that kept me out for a while, and I really hadn't been doing very much knitting before that because it really was getting painful. So one thumb is doing much, much better. The other one is gross and disgusting, so I've covered it up. And can we just talk about the nails for a minute? Because they're disgusting. They are gross. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Look at them. Isn't that awful? I had to take them down before I went in and had the surgery done. And I can't go back and get them done now because too much work near the open stuff, and it's gross and disgusting. And not to mention it hurts a lot. So I don't even think I'm going to do that anymore. So we're just going to have to live with the growing out period. That was my chair, my squeaky chair noise. Those of you that know, you know, we're going to have squeaky chair noise. So what's everybody been up to? It's been quite a long winter, and which is strange because the weather, it didn't snow, it wasn't bitterly cold at all. It just was a long, long winter, and now it looks like it's gonna be a long spring. But hopefully the weather will be nice so we could just sort of go outside and at least walk around in your yard, sit outside, knit a little, knit a lot. So that's what's been sort of going on here. Before I went in to have my thumbs done, my son had gotten the flu. It was the flu. He tested positive for the flu. And this was about a month or so ago. And I have no idea who's calling. Ask my mom. Well, she's just going to have to ring the phone. Actually, I'm going to give a holler. Frank, can you call my mom? This is what happens when you're alive. Knew that was going to happen. Oh, Gail, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. There we go. The phones. I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope you're keeping busy. I hope you're able to cope. I know my very dear friend also lost her husband not too long ago, and you know, it's a very, very difficult time, and now we're all in difficult times. So I would imagine that the isolation isn't helping very much. So just know we're here for you, and anything we can do to make it easier for you, just give a holler. Let us know, because that's, I think, what this whole thing really is all about, and what it's going to come down to is that we just sort of have to help and support each other right now. It's good practice, period. It really is. But I think, I was thinking this morning, I'm at the end of the baby boomer generation. My parents were just on the cusp of the World War II generation. That was really my grandparents. And there was a reason why they called them the greatest generation because I think they really, that generation put country first, put others first, put duty first. And I really think we have to take a lesson from the greatest generation and maybe, take that on ourselves. So let's work together. Let's support each other. Let's not dwell on the negatives. Plenty of that on the news. You want to see that, go on the news. But here we're going to bring in some positive. Tell you, this live thing is creeping me out because you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. You all know that. So I'm trying really, really hard here. Anyway, so let's talk about the knitting. I don't have too much to show y'all. I really don't. But I am going to show you before my hands really went down south. Did I just hit myself in the face? All right, squeaky chair noise. Some things do not ever change. I did get some done on my Zweig sweater. So let's talk about that for a little bit. Oh, I don't know if I've shown this. I got this from the Ravelry store. Now, all right, because I can't edit and this is live, y'all got to see all that hair. You see that? That is disgusting. All right, that is gross. All right, it's embarrassing. But we're showing the good, the bad, and the ugly here, right? So we all know. Just so you know, I'm holding nothing back here. Anyway, I just thought this pouch was really, really cute. I don't know if it's still available, but I did get it from the Ravelry store. And that's the reason why I showed the hair in the back, so that, because I could show it's Ravelry, and now you all know that's all cat hair. Okay. Anyway, what else is in here? Oh, I have, I know I had shown this. It's, where did I get this from? Okay, if y'all can read this, I can't read it. I'll have to, I don't know if I can link anything below, but if I can, I will. Anyway, it's a yarn guide. I'm pretty sure I had shown this and linked it in a previous show. I find this little thing super dandy for stranded knitting. So yeah, but I'm all done with the stranded part on this. I really enjoyed knitting this. I'm almost done with my sweater here. So let's see what we got. I'm not even sure where I left off on the last one. So here we go. This is my Zweig. I have one sleeve finished. Okay. And that much of the other sleeve before I just flat out couldn't use these needles anymore. Just couldn't do it. So I had to stop, but I am looking forward to finishing this silly thing already. I did try it on and it does fit, which is really amazeballs. Okay, how about that? So I'm looking forward to finishing this and having it. Thank you, Gail. And having this for a Rhinebeck sweater, assuming, let's just hope that things are all settled down by then and we can all go ahead and enjoy Rhinebeck. But if not, it'll be my virtual Rhinebeck sweater because it's going to be done by then anyway. So that was one thing that I had actually stopped on because there's, let me just show you. There is a crisscross pattern in the sleeve, which also runs through the body, if you can see it there. And that was a little bit difficult to do with the limited mobility in the thumbs. So yeah, so I had to stop on that for a while, but I will pick it back up again. This hand is more usable, not completely, but it's getting there. It's so much better. But this one is still gross and annoying me and everything else. So I went back and I had started something in February. We had, I'm trying to think, I think it was the weekend of the 5th, March 5th, was the Long Island Yarn Crawl, which I had my hand surgery on March 3rd, and I was all set to go. I was going. Heck, I was just going. Well, I didn't go. But anyway, we had a shawl, which now that I think about it, I didn't pull it up. What is it called? The Inspiration Wharf shawl. You can, it's on Ravelry. Anyway, that was a shawl that we were all making for the Long Island Yarn Crawl. And I was working on it, but I ended up having to stop because I just couldn't do it anymore. But it's a really, really simple shawl of different patterns. And just when you kind of get sick of doing one, you move on to the other. So I was really made a push to try to get it done for the Yarn Crawl, but I had to stop at some point. But I have picked it up. So I am going to show you what I actually have been working on now. And that is the Inspiration Wharf shawl. And of course, I left off in the middle of a row, wouldn't you know it, and on the wrong side. Well, there you go. Anyway, here it is. And you can see it's really, really simple pattern. It's stockinette with an easy yarn over knit two together lace section, then a garter section. This whole edge is falling apart because I don't weave in my ends. And then the same thing, a lace, a stockinette, and another lace section. And then it just repeats until basically you either run out of yarn or repeats, whichever comes first. But what I did when I was at Vogue Knitting Live in January, which they fortunately got that in before this whole thing, because I know they had to cancel the one in Seattle. I purchased a couple of sets of these. I don't know if they're Prim or Prime. I think it's pronounced Prime, but don't quote me. Ergonomic needles. And I realized I had purchased them and didn't really have a chance to try them. So I figured, let's see if they reduce any of the stress on my hands. And I'm going to say I don't think I noticed a huge difference. Do I like the needles? Yes, I like them a lot. I like the cord on them. It's very flexible. You could see it's like a coated non-memory cord, and that's been driving me crazy on a bunch of the Knit Picks needles that I've been using. The kinking of the cord, and then you got to keep winding. These have no memory, so they just flop right back to where they were. Or does that mean they have memory? I don't know. Well, however, it just goes back. They don't kink. They don't have to keep revolving and straightening themselves out. So I like the cord. The needles are, if you look, there's like this, I don't know what you call it, like this hook thing on the end, which if I was doing lace, I don't think I would choose these needles because I could see where that would be a big problem. Doing lace. Now these knit two togethers and things, no problem. It's not causing me any trouble at all. But intricate lace or really complicated lace, no, I wouldn't choose these. And also, if you look, you can see here on the needle, again, just excuse these nails. They're absolutely disgusting. I know that. This is round. This section of the needle here, the tip is round so that your gauge doesn't change. So this is, I think, a size 8 needle. So if you put this part in a needle gauge, I actually have one. And this is my, side note, my Woodsy and Wild bag. That's not new, but it's relatively, I don't think I've shown this before. And I got the bag and this little needle gauge from Do You Knit. Isn't that cute? I just, it was a hologram. It was pinkish. I had to, me with the pink. But if you put this in a needle gauge, let's find the 8. Here we go. The round part of the needle goes like right through. Hi, Marion. How are you? I'm liking this life thing. This is kind of fun. Anyway, this part of the needle is round so that when you go to gauge your needle or size your needle, it fits. It's exactly the same as any other size 8 needle. So when you make your stitch, your gauge won't be off. But the rest of the needle is, they call them hook tips. And the rest of the needle is a triangle shape, which is supposed to be of some ergonomic benefit. The jury's out on that. I don't, I have to be, oh my, thank you. Thank you guys for joining. I feel like I'm having, I'm socializing. This is fun. Um, anyway, I can't be fair about the needle because I just broke it out when I just started back knitting again. So it's not really fair because like I already have pain in the hand and it's not from the knitting. It's so I can't really speak to whether or not it's ergonomically beneficial. Does that make sense? I'm getting all tongue-tied here. But on the whole, I like the needles. Would I grab a full set in every size? No, probably not. Again, because I wouldn't use these for lace. But I do like them, and I love the cord. Oh, do I love the cord. I'm so tired. I have the Knitter's Pride Melody ones or whatever, and I love the needles, but those cords are horrible. They bend. You have to keep flipping it around. So, yeah, I wish the Knitter's Pride or whatever that is, I'll have to look up the brand, but a lot of the interchangeables, Chow is good. Chow, the red lace ones, those cords are very similar to these, where they don't kink and they don't bend and they're not so flimsy. Those are good, but these I love for the cord. So I wish like the Knitter's Pride or Knit Picks or whatever it is, I think it's Knitter's Pride, would look into getting this kind of cord. I think it would be better. I don't know how to get that dinging to stop. I never did know how to get that dinging to stop. And by the way, I'm not using my camera. I don't know, Marion, that's a good question. I might try putting it in warm water. I've heard that might be helpful. I might actually try hitting it with the hairdryer too. Because when you stuff it in your bag, it gets all bent and kinked and whatnot. And that's when you pull it out, you kind of have to keep twisting the thing. I might try that, Marion. I might try putting it in warm water and seeing if that helps at all. No, he didn't say anything about physical therapy. He gave me a bunch of exercises to do, gal, that this hand, like I said, I'm able to do them with. This hand, he told me what I should be doing, but I can't because it kind of grosses me out, and I don't gross out very easy. So, we're still waiting for this one to heal a little. But he never said anything about going for physical therapy. Like I said, he just gave me some exercises to do, and I do see now that as of yesterday, I was able to leave the bandage off, and this hand is doing much, much better. It's getting some more movement back in it. So hopefully I won't have to deal with any of that stuff and just do my physical therapy. So that's my little bit of knitting progress that I've made. So that's that. I actually have my water. I've gotten off the diet soda. I'm not sure I'm happy about that, but I am drinking more water. Need I tell you what effect that's having on me, but we won't go there. Anyway, so not much in the way of stash enhancement. I've been really good because there wasn't any point in enhancing the stash that I couldn't use, but I did, when I went to Vogue Knitting Live, I saw this shawl at Do You Knit, their booth. Do You Knit's booth? How do you say that? Do You Knit's booth? Do You Knit? Anyway, it's Do You Knit. It's a local yarn store. Not to me, I wish it was, but it's in Fanwood, New Jersey, but they do ship. And this is a picture of the shawl and the designer. And it was super soft. I didn't get the yarn when I was there because I got yarn for the Novelli sweater, which I think I showed, and something else, which I don't even remember. So that just goes to show you. Can you see the backyard? Look at that. You can see the whole forest back there. Anyway, so they showed on their podcast yarn that she had gotten in that you could use to make this. And as soon as I heard it had, what is it? Boucle. And boucle yarns were all over Vogue. That was like the new thing. And I like flipped for it. So as soon as I saw it had boucle and mohair, I called up the store and I was like, she held up one color, which was this one. And this is Michele Shop. Dirty Slub is the base. Okay, so it's their Dirty Slub yarn. And the colorway is Toasted Marshmallow. So she held this one up, and that was just screaming my name, And it had the boucle in it. So I called up the store and I said, okay, I want to make that shawl in that color. You match me up with a coordinating mohair color. And they did. And it is Tote Matine Yarns color work in their Tote Kid Silk. 72% kid mohair, 28% silk in the colorway Sweet. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that color combo. So what you do for this shawl is you hold one strand of each together. And okay, I just went crazy. So yeah, saw this color, had to have it. Love the boucle, love the slubs. Right, Marion? Isn't that gorgeous? This is not me. I mean, this is like totally me colors. So this is on my list as soon as I get that shawl done. I am behaving. Thank you, Gail. I wish I could take credit for the colors, but I didn't pick them. I'm smart enough not to pick the colors myself. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I also got, because this was cute, it was pink and it was sparkly. Twill and Print made them an exclusive pin, which I thought was just cute. It's a little sheepy with a sweater. Is that not adorable? Okay, that one was just so cute. I had to. So yeah, so that was that. And then y'all got to try this. If you belong to Blueprint, if you're a member, they are having a phenomenal sale, like really phenomenal. Like a sweater's worth for $20. That was totally worth it. So Laura Nelkin came out last week, I think, with a pattern of hers that she had. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was going to knit it at one point and then decided I didn't want to do another fingering weight sweater. But she came out with the pattern. It's called Pacificus. And this one is Pacificus DK. So now you can see my computer and the forest in the background of the glare here. Look at this. This is not ridiculous. I don't have my lights on. So anyway, I thought that would be great for a spring summer sweater. Now this is done in her Novus construction, which I've done before. I believe I showed it on here. What the heck was that sweater? What was that sweater? Novelty. That was it. And I also got that yarn at Blueprint. God, there's hair flying everywhere. Not disgusting. Anyway, yeah. It's the pet hair. It's the pet hair. They're all shedding. It's spring. I can't take it. Anyway, so she came out with the pattern and I went on to Blueprint and I think it was like $40 or something. The yarn is a cotton. And I was like, I don't want to spend that on a sweater. But when I put it in my cart to see what it would come to, it ended up with the shipping. I think it's actually free shipping. I'm not even sure. Anyway, the whole thing, kit with the pattern, came to like $20. So I was like, all right, twist my arm. So it came. I have not even opened it. And they don't usually let me loose with knives in the nursing home, but I'm going to open it right now. We're going to take a look. I got it in the soft blue. And the yarn is a cotton yarn. And I've used, look at this. Look at me. Would you believe I'm doing this? I'm waving this knife. Let's put the knife down. Okay, let's open the box and put the knife down before we do that. Okay. Meanwhile, right before I went into surgery, I decided to do my own incision with a knife. He ended up having to use that surgical glue on it. And then if that wasn't enough, I burnt myself. So yeah, I was really a hot mess. Anyway, moving on. Ooh, I have used I'm not a fan of knitting with cotton. Let's put that out there. I've used 2 cottons that I actually like. One was by Quince and Company. I don't think it was Chickadee. I don't remember what the heck the name of the yarn was. If you look on my Ravelry page, I made the Baby Novus out of you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh, Gail. So I wanted to experiment with an incision. Actually, what happened was I was cutting an onion and slipped with the knife. And that's what I get for sharpening my knives. Okay. They say a dull knife is more dangerous. Not in my hands. No. But I did stop waving the knife. Okay, we put that down. We've done enough damage. Anyway, so I did use a Quince and Company cotton, which was like knitting with wool. It really was nice. So when I tried the novelty, and I'm pretty sure it was the same cotton from the Cloudborn. Yeah, Pima Cotton DK. And I think this is 100% cotton. Let's see. It's 100% Pima cotton. And I have to say, if you don't like knitting with cotton, try this. The price point is right. Like I said, if you're a member, I think it's 40 or 50% off the kit. So it's really, it came to nothing. I think they sent me 4 skeins for the sweater. This is in the light blue. So I am going to try the Pacificus. And again, if you decide you want to do it, the pattern is on Ravelry, but you don't have to buy it there. If you get the kit from Blueprint, the kit did come with the pattern, which I was surprised. I didn't think it did. So yeah, but she's starting a knit along, I believe, in April. So this is going to be after I finish what's already on my needles. But that's the wishful thinking. That's where I'm going with it. So yeah. So hopefully, when Laura starts her knit along with that. Oh, I did forget to bring something down. It was the Presto Cowlo, I think. I also got that Lola's Choice kit. But that was lace and beading, and I figured let me wait until I can slide the beads down and stuff. So I didn't do that one. But anyway, so that's what's on my horizon, that shawl and the sweater, once I finish this shawl and this sweater. So that's what I have for knitting. I tried spinning on my Daedalus wheel, on my electric wheel, my e-spinner, but it was a little hard to grip the fiber while I was spinning. So hopefully I will be able to pick that up soon. So yeah, so that's the story. I don't know, Marion. That's a good question. I think it's very similar. If you have the yarn for the Novus, Nova Tea, what is it? The Novus Tea or the Novelty sweater, I think you will have enough. They're both short sleeve, they're both similar construction. And I'm trying to remember, I think I did have 4 skeins for the novelty. So yeah, you should be good to go if you have the yarn for construction. And I'm trying to remember, I think I did have 4 skeins for the novelty. So yeah, you should be good to go if you have the yarn. I did do the novelty. Did I actually put that on my Ravelry page? I don't know. Let's look, shall we? Projects. Can't edit out this stuff. So pretty kitty. I don't know. I don't think I have my novelty on here. I do. It's the exact same yarn. And actually, I got 4 skeins with this in my size, but I think I was on the cusp, so I went up a little. But it's the same yarn and the same. I used 3 skeins for the novelty, and I got 4 skeins for this one, but I think I went up. I probably could get away with 3. So yeah. So if you have it, you should be good to go. So you can join in the knit along. So go vote in on Laura's forum. Let's see which one that is on her board on Ravelry. Nelkin Designs. She is having a vote for. Let's see if it's still up there. No, I don't even know. Please vote. Pacificus DK versus the Hug You Me sweater. Now, I did the Hug You Me sweater that's a wool, and it's kind of like a cross between a sweater and a shrug. I believe I did show that on a previous episode. I love that thing. That is great. But the reason I actually voted, because this is for a knit along that she's going to be doing. So my finger hit the wrong one. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. She is going to be, the knit along will start mid-April. Okay, and she's running a vote on whether you want to do Pacificus or Hug You Me. So right now, Hug You Me is losing. Okay, most people want to do the Pacificus DK because it's more of a spring summer sweater. The Hug You Me is great for like a spring garment. You can't really wear it under a coat because it's not the way it's shaped. You can't fit it under a coat. You can wear it sort of like as a layering piece in the spring, definitely not so much in the summer. But I think the Pacificus DK, I know I wore my novelty all summer last summer. So definitely this is more of a spring, summer, even into the fall garment with a layering piece underneath. So go on to her forum. It's Nelkin Designs on Ravelry and vote, so that we don't lose. So, we're all going to do the Pacificus DK. So, yeah, so that's my knitting end of it. Otherwise, my big thrill yesterday was cleaning out my second freezer. It wasn't fun. Okay, it wasn't pretty. Here I thought, and I'm going to say in my own defense, everything in there was vacuum sealed and labeled and put in there nice. The problem was there were things in there from 2015. Yeah, so clearly it needed to be cleaned. So I did. That was my big thrill yesterday, was to clean out the freezer and disabuse my notions that I have all this food stocked up, because I didn't. It all was trash, obviously. I'm not going to defrost something and eat it from 2014. So that went. So we did that. And then I went to restock it, vacuum sealed everything up. So here's my good idea. I mean, we're all stocking up on non-perishables and all that stuff. And I don't know where you guys are, but I just put my feet up on the chair. So if I sunk, that's why. Anyway, so, we're all stocking up on non-perishables and all that stuff. And I got to tell you, I had been looking for cannellini beans to make pasta e fagioli, which is kind of like a soup with cannellini beans and escarole and all kind of good stuff, really good, and pasta. Couldn't find them. And this is before all this started. So when I started to find them in this store and that store, I'm like stocking up because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to find them again. And this is all before all this started. To make a long story short, beans, non-perishable, all that. I could pasta fagioli this entire neighborhood twice over. Never run out of cannellini beans. But my point is, I thought it would be fun on the Knitscents forum to put some of your favorite recipes to make from non-perishables. So mine, obviously, one of them is pasta fagioli. You could leave out the escarole if you can't get a hold of it, because I don't know about where you are, but oh my goodness, people. First of all, what is with this toilet paper thing? What's with this toilet paper thing? I don't know what is with toilet paper. It's like all of a sudden toilet paper has become this commodity that you can't get and you never will get again. So people buy hundreds and hundreds of rolls of toilet paper. I'm buying beans, everybody else buying toilet paper. I guess I'm going to need the toilet paper, but we won't go down that road. We're going to keep this nice. But I mean, how much can you use? I mean, Anyway, so I go yesterday to the store and no pasta, no bread, no frozen vegetables. I was like, really? I mean, this is like crazy pants. So that's why I thought it would be good if we shared some recipe ideas of what you like or what you your favorites are with pasta, with beans, with potatoes, with carrots that carrots keep. They're not going to go bad in your refrigerator. Right, right, Gail. I mean, I don't know if this is like a New York thing or if this is just a nationwide thing, but people are going crazy with the toilet paper. Can't get it. I understand the hand sanitizer, although I don't understand buying it by the caseload. I mean, you can only use so much hand sanitizer when you're home. Use soap and water. I mean, you only really need the hand sanitizer when you're going to the store or when you're going out, and you can't get to soap and water. So, 25 cases of hand sanitizer. I'm sorry. Maybe I just don't have a hoarding. Well, I have a hoarding yarn problem. We all know that. I hoard other things. I'm not going to lie. We're putting it out there. I do hoard, but I don't hoard toilet paper and I don't hoard hand sanitizer. I don't know. Who knows? I don't think at this stage of the game it's going to make any difference, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, oh God, there's just air everywhere. What is with this? So yeah. So post your recipes. Yes, Gail, they are getting greedy about their and picky too. Picky. I mean, my mother, God bless her. God bless her. She only uses one type of toilet paper, one kind of that brand of toilet paper. Well, I'm really sorry, but can't get it anywhere. You might have to just sort of sacrifice to get any toilet paper. It's just really insane, absolutely insane what's going on here. But I have to say, one supermarket I went into was empty. People were like crazy pants in there, absolutely crazy. But my local one, which is actually an Uncle Giuseppe's, I don't know if everybody has one or if they're national. I don't know. I don't know if they're a local thing. I know there's a bunch of them on Long Island. I don't know if they're anywhere else, but they're really great. When you walk in, they spray down your wagon. You can see people all through the store with spray bottles and gloves, cleaning stuff down. Every time you go through, every person that goes through and runs their credit card in the machine, they wipe it down before you, they wipe it down after you. So people in there, I have to say, things were short supply, but people weren't crazy. They were being very nice, not only on Long Island, Marion. Boy, I'm telling you, it's a nation in toilet paper crisis. I don't know. But no paper goods, no sanitizer, none of that stuff. And I have to say, the woman in front of me in line was, oh my goodness, what, so much meat? I don't think I would eat that in a year. I really couldn't. And I'm feeding 5 people. Well, I don't eat meat. So that kind of saved us because I do have 2 things I have: beans and soy curls. That's my recipe. That's, pasta fagioli and barbecued soy curls that'll get me through to a year. So post, I will open up a thread for your favorite recipes to make with non-perishables that you can freeze, things like that. So that's what's going on here. And just to bring some sense into the Knitscents, I have found this really interesting way to try fragrances without buying the bottle, without laying out a lot of cash, because some of these bottles are ridiculously just insane. Okay. I mean, who's going to drop $300 on a bottle? That's crazy pants. It's ridiculous. But, if you go on YouTube and all of these influencer people and you look, they're all talking about all these different fragrances. And when you go and you look and see how much this stuff is, it's like $300 a bottle. I'm like, no, I don't think so. I mean, I want to smell as good as the next person, but no, not for that. So anyway, there is this company called Scent Split. It was a woman trying to sell 3. Oh my God. She's trying to sell 3 rolls of toilet paper. Oh, good, Gail. Put your recipes up. I will open up a thread on the forum and That'd be a good place. I think that'd be fun. We could all try different recipes. What else we got to do, right? Keep our sanity. Keep on knitting. What did Elizabeth Zimmerman say? Knit on through all crises. Something like that. I'll have to get that exact, but that's the motto. Anyway, back to Scent Split. You can get on there anywhere from like 1 ml sample to, I don't know if there was 15 mils, whatever, of almost any current fragrance that you want to try. And it is, I mean, it's authentic. I've done research into it. I've never heard anybody complain that it was knockoffs or it wasn't real. What they do is they buy the bottles and then decant it. So in other words, they pour it into spray bottles. The 1 ml, I think, is plastic, and I'm not sure if the 1 ml is a spray. The 1 ml may be the kind that you got to kind of dab on. But 2 mils and up, I believe, is in a spray bottle in glass. And I had wanted to try this fragrance. It's by Armani Privé, and the name of the scent is Rouge Malachite. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but this is a 5 ml bottle. Let me try to open this. Not so easy. Oh, okay. So it's a spray, and that's a good amount. I mean, I've used this a couple of times already, and you could see there is still a lot left in there. But this stuff is $320, $310 a bottle. Not going to happen. Okay, so if I didn't find the Scent Split, your girl here wasn't going to have this stuff, because that was not going to happen. So let's look at the notes on this, because if you want to try something, that is a great way to give it a try, is to go to Scent Split. It's scentsplit.com. I will try to link it. I don't know if when you do it live, if you can link this stuff, but let me read you the notes. Obviously, I am not logged in here. Of course not. I'm not prepared. Why should I be? Okay, hold on. Oh, now I knocked myself out. Okay, here we go. It's Giorgio Armani Malachite Rouge. Now, I will say that the bottle is gorgeous. Let's just take a moment for the bottle. Okay, is that not beautiful? Okay, it's also ridiculously expensive. Anyway, it is a white floral, tuberose, amber, animalic, yellow floral, and woody fragrance. And let me read you the notes. It's got pink pepper, the top notes, clary sage, and tuberose. This is a heavy on the tuberose. Now, I'm not a tuberose fan, but I absolutely love this stuff. Love this. It's kind of a muted, soapy tuberose. So it's not in your face. It's not loud and obnoxious. It's just really, really nice. It's sweet, but not too sweet. Is it worth $300 and something? Absolutely not. Would I wear this every day at this price? Absolutely not. But I don't remember what I paid for this, but it was not even anywhere in the league. I mean, not anywhere near that. But it's really a great way. Actually, now that I think about it, I did get 1 ml bottles, and I think you can get them in spray, because I got the Delina exclusive and something else. And I don't know, it was like $8, something like that. It's totally not anywhere near in the league of $300. Anyway, the middle notes are benzoin, cashmere, which are both manufactured synthetic notes, jasmine sambac, ylang-ylang, and orange blossom. And the base notes are, again, tuberose and amber. And all I can say is, if you want something unique, doesn't smell like everything else out there, it's not one of those, crowd pleasers that you smell all over the place, it's totally worth giving it a try on Scent Split. No, I'm not. I wish I was sponsored by somebody, but I'm not. It's just some way that I found to try different fragrances without breaking the bank and ending up with bottles that you have so many. I have so many. You're never going to use them all. So yeah, so that's my little scent for today. So I think that's it. So let me know if you like this live interaction. Certainly does save me having to do all the editing and all of that stuff. We only had one phone call today, so that was pretty good. So it wasn't like mega interruptions. I can't guarantee that other times, but it was quiet today, so that was a good thing. So let me know, and let me know what you guys want to see. It'll keep me busy and hopefully give you all something to do and to watch. And will I do it again next week? If y'all want, we can do a knit along and do it again before next week. Certainly easy enough. I just plugged in and went. Didn't have to set up the camera and the lights and all that stuff. So it's way easier on my end. If you all want to get together and bring your knitting and stuff, I may actually try looking into a way where we can get everybody on the screen together. I would love to do that. Yeah, I think this is fun. I really do. I'm glad you enjoy it too, Gail. And yeah, I will definitely try this again. Let me know what y'all want to see. If you want to do a virtual knit along, I will look into seeing. I know there are some ways that you can put everybody on the screen together. So I may try doing that and see if I can figure something out with that. Because again, this is the first time I did this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to try to leave this up on the channel. I know some people go live and then leave it up for people to see later. But yeah, I will definitely be back doing this live. Maybe in a couple of days, we'll see how bored I am because I'm really, really bored. Zoom. Yes, I think it was Zoom. And let me just tell you a word about Zoom. I found out yesterday the hard way. Something about Zoom. So I'm going to leave you all with something to think about with Zoom. I went on Zoom on a live event yesterday, and I didn't realize that as soon as you log in, you come up. And you can turn it off. So you are able to shut off your camera and mute yourself if you don't want to be part of the group, but you come up live. And all I'm going to say is when you log into Zoom, you might not want to be in your nightie. Okay? I learned that the hard way. Let's let it go at that. So on that happy note, I'm going to say goodbye. I love you all. Please stay healthy, stay safe. Come over to the forum and let's knit together. Let's have some fun over there and post your recipes. And remember to vote on Laura's so we can maybe do the Pacificus together. And if we all decide we're going to be knitting it, or a couple people decide, maybe we can have a knit along on our forum too, and maybe I could find some prizes for you guys. Love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.